All right, my name is Nizan from Acadsystems. Can you guys hear me? First of all, I want to thank you all for joining today's free online lesson. As we all already know, for today's free online lesson, we will learn about creating an assembly model parts in Fusion 360. Okay, there are actually two 3D modeling software that Autodesk provides, which are Fusion 360 and the well-known Inventor. Today, we will give some spotlight to Fusion 360 and get to know the software more. Okay. What could be the difference between them? All right, let's focus on the difference in creating parts and also assemble model between these two softwares. So for Inventor, we know that to create an assembly, we need to create another separate file for our components or parts, and then we can combine them into one assembly, which could lead to consuming a large amount of storage by having many files and folder on your PC. What if you are new to 3D modeling, or even if you are a student and you wanted software that is very simple, easy, and compact, and very compact 3D software for a beginner to use? Fusion 360 could be your best choice. Due to Fusion 360 is actually a cloud-based software. It won't affect your PC storage. Other than that, using the assembly feature in Fusion 360 is also very convenient. You can actually create more than one component in a single file. And finally, you can also create an assembly from in the same file too. Later, I'll show you. Today, we will learn how to make an assembly model. So to create an assembly, of course, we have to create components or parts. Okay, so to create components, we first have to create 2D sketch. And then from the 2D sketch, we can create a solid extrude to make it a 3D model. So today for solid extrusion, we will learn how to extrude extrude body, extrude cut, revolve, and thread. And then after that, we can create multiple components. And finally, after that, we can make an assembly from the components that have been created. And of course, to create an assembly, I need to have a 3D model sample. So I will be using this simple GClam 3D model. As you can see in this one model, we will have 4 different components or parts that is need to be created. So the first one will be the handle. Okay, so the handle actually got 1, 2, and 3. All right, I'll show you how to do it later. And then the next one would be the screw and collar. So this one is the screw. And then this one is the collar. And then the movable jaw. And finally, the frame. Let us start with today's free online lesson. So here, I'm opening my Fusion 360. Okay, so now, before I start create the component, I'll show you. I have opened this 2 file assembly. So the first one and the second one. So what's the difference between these two? It's not only from the design, actually, is how I create the assembly. So for this one, I create it without even naming the component, while this one, I create the component while name it. Okay, so this one, the holder, collar and screw, movable jaw, and then the frame. So between these two, it is preferable to create a component or create an assembly using this method. Why? Yes, this is because if I want to adjust, or I want to change something from this sketch, okay, I have to find below here the history, where would be the sketch, where this frame sketch would be. Okay, actually it's very not convenient. Okay, well, this one, if I want to change the sketch, okay, I can just activate the component, and here I know this one is where the sketch will be, so I can change the dimension or anything or design easily. Okay, now let's move to our Fusion 3D. I'll show you how to create the component. So the first one is you can go to this top left, make sure that your workspace are in design workspace. So you can create the parts. All right. And then here, to create the component, you can right click in this document, new component. Okay, click on it. And then what you have to do now is name your component. So I name it as handle 1. And then click on OK or just press enter. Okay, now as you can see, I'm activate the component. So to create a 2D sketch, click on create sketch, it will show you the plane. So now what you have to do is to select your preferable plane. So I'll choose this plane. All right. Now I want to create this first, this handle first. Okay. I choose the rectangle, 10 millimeter, and then press tab to change the dimension. So I have changed my dimension to the bottom. So I can click on 10 and press enter. Now I'll use spline, fit point spline. Click on this here, and then press enter. And then to change the dimension, we just sketch dimension. Select this one, and I will type in 2 millimeter, enter. And then now to get out of the sketch, you can simply finish sketch, or you can click up here. All right, finish sketch. And now to create a 3D model, you can go to solid, okay, extrude or revolve. So we'll be using revolve. So click on it. And then first it will ask you to select your profile. So I'll choose this one. Okay, next is to select your axis. Here is our axis. Okay, operation new body. You just click OK. Now, I want to make a hole here. Right, how to do is you can left click, right click, and then create sketch. All right, and then I'll take the circle. I'll type in 6 millimeter, press enter, and then finish sketch. Now, how do I want to create a hole here? I just can simply choose extrude. So select my profile, I'll be using this. You can actually just drag this arrow if you want to create a new body, or simply drag your arrow to the other side to cut. All right, to cut, you can actually, the extend type, they are actually a distant, 2 object or all. It would be much better for you to use 2 object. Okay, why? Because for example, if suddenly I want to change this thickness to 20 millimeter, and then the extrusion will follow the length. All right, so that's why it is better to use the 2 object. Okay, now I have created the first handle. Okay, now I want to create this part. All right, right click, new component, handle 2, enter. So like So you can follow this step again to create a component, create a sketch, select your plane. After this one, you go with 3, left click, 12, left click, 1.25, left click. Okay. And again, top and 3. And I connect this one. And to escape from the line, you can just click the escape button. And then I want to change the length. I can go to sketch dimension, choose this one, this one. I'll type in 113 millimeter, enter. And then to create the 3D sketch, you have to get out of the sketch. So finish sketch. I'll choose revolve. So as you can see, the system have detect this closed loop. So you just have to now select your axis and then click on OK. And then I want to create another part. This one again. So to create, right click, new component, handle 1.2, press OK. Create new sketch. All right. Then that, then enter. Go to spline, click on spline. Enter. Change the dimension to 2, then enter. Finish sketch, select revolve, the profile, and then select the axis. And then I want to create a hole here again. Extrude. Okay. Object. Okay. Now to assemble. So to assemble, you have to go to the document, active component. You activate all of the component down here. Okay. This is like the main, okay? The main one. So to join or to assemble, you can go here, click on join. So this one is the position, okay, where you snap your component, and this one to, if you want to choose the motion that you wanted, okay, the type of motion. There are rigid, revolute, slider, cylindrical, plane, slot, planar, and ball. So now I'll be using cylindrical. And to snap on the component, go back to the position. Okay, so now you ask the system will ask you to choose the first component. So I'll choose this one, and then the second component, I'll be choosing this one. So now you can just drag and type in 12. All right, and then do it again, make sure it is in a cylindrical. Choose the first component, and then the second component. Yeah, type in -12. Okay, now we are done with the handle. So assembly in Fusion is very simple and very convenient. All right, now I want to create a new component, but before that, because of when we're drawing, we actually start from here. So I want to move our component here away. Okay. So now, right click, new component, screw and color, enter. Create new sketch. All right, 11, 24. Then this one will be 65 millimeter. 4, then, and finally 3. Finish sketch. Now we will be using a revolve. So you can just select the axis new body, and pick on OK. So now I want to create a hole here. Sketch, select this one. And then 9mm, enter. Dimension, 9, enter. Okay, so now, as you can see, our drawing or sketch right now is in the middle. Okay, so when you want to extrude or when you want to make a hole here, what you have to do is actually choose symmetric. Okay, so it has 2 directions. Okay, and then select all. Now just click on OK. So here, there you go, the hole that you wanted. All right, now thread. So to add thread, you can go to create, select thread, add internal or external threads to cylindrical geometry. So it's very easy. Okay, what you have to do is actually just select any cylindrical geometry and then left click to apply. It will automatically choose the size, designation, class, and the direction. Okay, you can change according to your preference. All right. So as you can see, it's only the appearance that is looking like that, right? So if you want to change the design, you can go to here and then click on the model box. Click on it. So now it will become like this. All right. Just click on OK. So now I want to assemble this part, this component to that component. Activate the main component. So to join, there are other methods to join a cylindrical. What you have to do is hold the shift key, okay, hold shift button, left click and left click, and then just pick join. You automatically join your component. Okay, just press OK. So there you go. All right, now I want to create the movable jaw down here. So create new component, movable jaw, and I press OK. So now create sketch, choose your preferred plane. Okay, and start from. Then left click, 15 and 5. All right, go finish sketch, select revolve, select the axis, press OK. Now to create a hole here, you can just create sketch. So put it in the middle, in center, 6mm, enter. And then for finish sketch, go to extrude, select the profile, -6mm, and then press OK. And then to assemble, I can go to assemble and I open the main component first. Activate the main component. Escape. Join. Choose the preferred motion. So I want revolute position. So I want to choose this one and this one. Okay, press OK. So now we are done with the handle, the holder. the screw and collar, and also the movable joint. So now we want to create the big part, which is the frame here. Okay, and as you can see, we also need to create the fixed jaw. All right, so click on new component, type in frame, and press OK. Create sketch. I choose this plane, and then we can start draw the component. So 15. That would be 78. Then press enter. Another one. 100. Tap and 15. Enter. Okay. 15. Tap 60.12. Enter. Okay, now 5. Okay. 6. 15 millimeter. And finally connect to here. And then escape. Now I want to create a fillet here. So to create a fillet, you can go to modify and click on fillet. Simply choose the line. Okay. Like this. All right. You can change the fillet, but for now, I want it to be 20 millimeter. Okay, press enter. Now I want to add a fillet here and also here. Fillet. I want it to be 3. Enter. And this one will be 5. Then click on enter. Now finish sketch and then choose extrude. Okay, one side, distance we want it to be 20. Okay. So now I want to create a hole here for the connection with this thread. So simply click on this, quick sketch. Okay. And then just circle. Okay, make sure it's in this center point. So click, conclude, and now finish sketch, extrude. Okay, I want it to be 2 sides. So the first sides, I want the distance to be 5, and the second side, I want 2 objects here. Make sure to select operation join, and then press OK. All right, now I want to create a hole here. Okay, 40. Okay, finish sketch. Shoot. Stand type will be 2 objects. Operation cut and then press OK. All right, now I can put the thread. Simply apply on the cylindrical piece. Then choose model and click OK. And I want to create a jaw here. So to create the jaw, construct plane at angle, choose the angle that you want. I want it to be negative 45 degree, enter. Right click, create sketch. Okay. Enter. Delete. So now sign and midpoint. All right. So escape. And then I want to array this. So you can go to rectangular pattern, choose the object. Okay. Make sure the distribution is in spacing. Okay, quantity. This one will be 1. This one will be TT. Okay, distance is 2 millimeter. Switch and then press OK. And then select all of the drawing that you want. Oh wait, and press Extrude. Okay, and then that distance will be all. And just click on OK. And then we can continue here. Use the same method, plane. Okay, change to 45, enter. And then create sketch. All right. 2. Edit this one. Now when we put constraint, sign, okay, and then press enter. Now create a pattern. Select the object, spacing, this one we want. The T distance 2 millimeter, symmetric. Then click on OK. And then in sketch, select the drawing. Yes, the drawing. And then click Extrude. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then just click OK. So now we are done with the fixed job. So now finally we can join the frame and other parts. So open activate component. So to join, okay. And then just click OK. So there you go. Our simple G clamp in Fusion 360. Okay, to change the material, you can go to the new component, right click, physical material, and then you can choose the material that you want. So here, I'll try to find the one. So put the first, then here. So to change, you can just drag the material to the component. So too. And there you go, our component. All right. now we are done with creating components and make an assembly from the components. So here in one file, we have different components and also an assembly. Okay, do you have any question? All right, before we end the session, we go to our website, system. Okay, from our website, we can see the latest Autodesk promotion, and also if you want to join our other free online lesson, for example, this one, Revit, if you want to learn Revit, okay, and also if you want to learn Inventor, you can just click and register your name to the registration. And then if you scroll down, you can see the YouTube here. So just click, you will go to our YouTube channel. So thank you very much. I think that's all from me. And again, thank you for joining our free online lesson for today.